Hello, everyone. Namaste. Hope you're all doing well and life is treating you good, at least sometimes. I'm sort of getting my motivation back to do more videos and to build up my channel. So I would really appreciate if you could please like and subscribe as you're watching the channel. So it would help spread the message and it would support me and encourage me to do more videos so I would know that it actually does benefit some of you, at least that it can provide some sort of a solace or support, especially people who are suffering from anxiety, depression, um, sensory overload, PTSD, um, or they are dealing with day-to-day challenges in life, as I personally have, because my aim is to touch those lives, provide support, solace, um, soft videos that they're soothing to the nervous system. And also sometimes, like today, I would like to speak a little bit more, just diving a little bit deeper about the subject of loneliness, which comes up quite often today. Before I go ahead and start talking about loneliness and where this all deep sense of loneliness and detachment from life is coming from, I would like to prep us all, me and you, to just sort of like soothe our nervous system first, to be able to sit down and have a chat together. As we all know, majority of us are diagnosed with ADHD, attention deficit disorder. I don't really believe in these terminologies. I really feel that a lot of us in our society are being traumatized. So when we are really traumatized, our attention span shortens. So we can't, like I remember in year 2012, I was highly traumatized. I just came from Germany where I was supposed to marry somebody and this didn't work out. And when I came back home, I felt so detached. And before that, I was very much into watching movies and things like that. And I couldn't even watch and follow through anything. I couldn't read books, I couldn't watch movies. So I know how important it is to first manage to calm the nervous system, to make people who are having the ADHD brain to first soothe, self-soothing, calming. And sometimes when ADHD sufferers cannot, or people that are suffering from PTSD, they cannot self-soothe. I'm trying to break this organic dark chocolate. I love it. There's no way, absolutely no way, that I can stay away from my chocolate. Organic oat milk, and this oat milk is unfortified, meaning there's no added vitamins into this because my system is very sensitive to some vitamins and it gets extremely irritated. My internal organs, such as my stomach, gets irritated, my bladder gets irritated. It's like my whole internal being starts burning when I take certain vitamins such as vitamin C or vitamin B's. I can take them in a natural form, but then like when synthetic, I can't talk today, when synthetic vitamins are added to our food, it becomes extremely irritating to my body. So this particular one has no calcium, no vitamin D, nothing added to it. It's just whole, pure, natural oat and water. And it's so creamy, so soothing, because I do suffer from acid reflux. It just started 2 years ago when I was going through another traumatic situation. And this oat milk is just soothes as it goes down. It's beautiful. Ah. Guys, my intention is to speak slow, to breathe in between each word, and slow down my speed as much as I can. Again, for the intention of soothing my own nervous system, and I know it can also help some of you as well. So please feel free to give me any feedback that you like, as long as you remain respectful and kind. I would appreciate it. So first, let's just go ahead and use the sacred water with essential oil. I use sage in this water, organic sage essential oil. It's my favorite oil. Frankincense is also fantastic. I usually add frankincense to my favorite lotion and just put on my body to just soothe and calm my nervous system. This is just pure water. Prayers, infused with prayers and sage essential oil, just to cleanse the aura and a bit for you as well. We just set the intention of healing forward and ask the Creator to help us heal in the space here and now, together, collectively. It creates, we put the intention forward for this to create energies of healing, soothing, and restoration. Before I go ahead and talk about the subject of loneliness, I'm going to pull two cards. I'm going to have these card readings, which they are inspiration cards. I'm not exactly a tarot reader. I am an intuitive healer. I can tune into people's body to help them heal, to guide them through their journey, and hold a safe space for them to feel their feelings. Because again, when we are traumatized and too anxious, we get detached from our core, from our sense of self, especially for people when they never receive compassion and care and understanding as children. It's very difficult for them to let go. So it's important to hold a safe space for them to heal. And I'm gifted to be able to do that, to hold that safe space for people so they can let go and heal. So this card fell. This is the card, two fingers touching. Dark, the shadow, and the light self. So the name of the card is Bond. So this is written on the first person. So as I'm reading, sort of repeat it to yourself. You may say it out loud, or you may internally say it. I can care for others while creating healthy boundaries. My responsibility isn't to heal the people I love. Instead, I will support them while honoring my mental health. I will remind myself that this is their journey and stumbling is part of the learning process. Fantastic, beautiful card about boundaries, to try so hard and push healing onto other people, but rather caring for your own mental health, caring for your own health, and at the same time facilitating an environment for others to heal. Right? So whenever anything is forced, is not gonna be working. There's another card that is really wanting to be seen and heard, and that card is called healing. Healing is not a destination. It's a feeling that comes and goes. Beautiful. At any moment, I can feel secure or I can feel triggered by past experiences. So when you get triggered, don't feel that the healing that you've been doing was useless. It's just ebb and the flow and up and the down. It's important to give myself grace and patience, knowing that my feelings about, it's a blank space, and you can put whatever, my feelings about the world or about myself or about my journey are ever evolving. So nothing is constant. If something doesn't feel right at the moment, it's not going to stay that way forever. Healing does not mean that memories won't affect me or that I won't be triggered anymore. Healing changes the way situations affect me. With time and self-exploration, pain can transform into indifference. So in another word, when somebody starts triggering you or starts hurting you, of course you're gonna get triggered and a little bit ruffled by those type of behavior. But then it's just you can more easily let go and not holding on to this feeling and constantly, dwelling on it. Healing changes the way situations affect me. With time and self-exploration, pain can transform into indifference, understanding, and perhaps even joy. Yes, that's possible. That's the real alchemist within. I will pull another card. That's just my favorite deck of shamanic medicine. And you can visit this channel once in a while to see what these cards, the message these cards gonna have for you with the intention that I and we are putting forward in the space. Let's just make the card to naturally reveal itself. There we go. This one was talking to me. Nope, wrong one. I just felt immediately as I pulled it, I felt no. Okay. Middle world. This is the card. Present moment. I guess this was the subject of the last video that I did. So just see what you see in this card, because the most important thing is what this card means to you. So contemplate, breathe into this. What does this mean to you? To me, it means a beautiful, calm, a little bit otherworldly day. Sun of God is shining, peaceful cottage, baking some delicious cookies or bread or pastry in the oven, fresh air, natural sky, beautiful white horse that it seems is not from this world. The horse seems that is a messenger from the spirit world. And the tree, the healthy trunk of the tree that is so rooted and grounded into Mother Earth. Prairies, the trees in the backgrounds, beautiful, beautiful hills, the clouds, the creation of our Creator shining through. So let's see, and it resembles to me peace, calm, warmth, home, and joy. So let's say what the actual booklet says about this card. Middle world. Middle world wants you to remember where you have come from as well as where you reside. The responsibilities that middle world brings can be struggle, and you sometimes find it hard to cope or have feelings of not belonging. Have you felt as if you are a stranger upon this planet, or wish you could go home? So yes, this card resembles home, and it's otherworldly. Middle world understands and respects your desire to journey to other dimensions. So yes, this card was about a different world that we all desire. Middle world understands and represents your desire to journey to other dimensions. Are you longing to enhance your connection with spirit? Oh, yes, I know I am. Or are you seeking escape? Yeah, sometimes. To balance and harmonize with the web of life, it is important to acknowledge your residency in the physical world. World is full of trials, tribulation, blessings, and achievements. You're here to learn and to flower. Journey to the lower and upper worlds of the tree of life to access wisdom and healing abilities and bring them back here to your home in middle world. When you journey in middle world, you are in present time, traveling through the physical landscape, restore balance and embrace all that is seen and unseen. Middle world revealed. Our here and now is largely based on media information, much of which creates an illusion of separation. Many perceive the present as the only reality open to us. The present we have created is not without roots or branches. Do not become lost in this middle world of paradoxes and conundrums. Look ahead to the branches and be mindful to tend to your roots. Other divisionary meanings: stop living in the past. Your desire for yesterday is holding you back. Fears for the future do not serve you. Release your worries. Make a list of all you are grateful for. Meditate to help you focus on the present. Striking a balance between roles is key. Middle world speaks. The place that you reside is here upon this earth realm. Have no fear. Live firm and in between. Connect with all seen and unseen. Namaste for that. So, it's a deep breath to gather my thoughts, connection to the heart and to the present moment, and talking about loneliness. Have you ever felt lonely? Are you feeling lonely right now? I want to hear about that. So please share your experience with me. I know I have many times. Even among many people. And especially when I'm with some specific people, they make me feel very lonely. But then as I go further into this journey of healing, I start feeling less lonely. I start really enjoying my own company. And I remember I did the same when I was around 21, 22 years old. I remember I just would go out to the restaurants by myself when I first arrived in North America. And it was something that was very unusual, still is, in Canada at least, for a woman to go to, like, let's say, a really nice restaurant by herself and enjoy a meal by herself, where everybody else is with, with their boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever. That it requires a great sense of self-esteem and confidence, and not giving a F to do that. And as a young adult, I had that. And I have to say North America contributed a lot into taking that away. So, but loneliness, feeling lonely, so being alone is okay, but this feeling lonely doesn't have anything to do with if you have people around you or not. Actually, the company of some people can even make you feel more lonely, as I mentioned. Where does this come from? Like, whatever we feel in the present moment has somehow been put into us in the past. That's why it is so profound and it hurts us. Like for some people, they feel like they really can't take it. And people sometimes want to depart from this life because of that. So, and as I'm speaking, I'm acknowledging that I feel this in my throat, solar plexus, sacral chakra. Feel this tightness, and I allow the breath to go there and to release this tension and the anxiety out of my body. So when, as kids, we were raised in environments that invalidated our feelings, our emotions, our opinions, the gift that we were as children, we were casted aside and ignored. When we talked, we were shushed. Children are not to be heard. That's part of the culture of some families and people, unfortunately, still to this day. When a kid cannot express the emotions of sadness, of anger, and it's immediately shamed, discarded, and devalued, the child feels unsupported. Mostly in narcissistic families, when the parents are immature, they have never dealt with their own trauma. When they bring the children to this world as means to get their own needs met through their kids, when the kids is behaving in a way, in an authentic way, as a part of their self-expression and growing up and being kids or teenagers, those parents, they get very uncomfortable and irritated. And one of their own defense mechanism, because they are also regressed into their own childhood. They might look like adults, but in fact, they're just children. So just like another child who gets scared of this child expression of aliveness, they bully the child into silence, or they ignore the child, or they shame the child. So the child learns that her feelings or his feelings, they don't matter. He shuts down and withdraws. Withdraws from being with them. So even when the child is among the family members, the child is withdrawn. Silence. Isolates. The child isolates herself from others Not only the parents isolate the child by shaming her, by disowning her, by shushing her and telling her to shut up, but the child also learns to isolate herself because to protect herself. So it becomes a defense. And the child learns that there is no support. So lack of support on itself, lack of being seen, lack of the environment that allows the child to be seen, lack of support, it creates a really profound sense of loneliness, as if we are left as children in this world without any support. It's just we are not seen. And through being seen, we can flourish. Through being heard, we can recite and explore and sing. When we are not seen, when we are not heard, when we are shut down, then we can't flourish. We can't express. And we withdraw, and the world becomes an unsafe place. And this world that we have right now in today's society is the sum of many billions of people who were treated this way. Not everybody, but many, many, many. Why do I say many? People don't talk authentically about their family life. Many, they don't. And the more traumatized sometimes people are, the more they want to attach to that illusion of a perfect family, because letting that go and actually opening the Pandora box hurts. But just looking the way that people are treating each other in our today's society. And I tell you about, at the end of this video, I will tell you about a beautiful experience that I've had today, that it doesn't happen often, which is very much in relation to this topic. But majority of the behavior of people out there, unfortunately, is of invalidation, jealousy, invalidation, either in the political arena. Just look at the US election right now and how the candidates debate. Everybody tries to bring the other one down. It's about power, competition. So it's like two of these components or opponents, they're not going to go on the stage and see and hear each other, really. They're going up there to fight. And they're encouraging their supporters to do the same. So people on internet, they're just going like this. One is on the side of the right, one is the side of the left, one is side of the middle, and people start like attacking each other. Why? The foundation of it, because everybody wants to matter. Everybody wants to be heard. But unfortunately, we are choosing the wrong, very, very wrong approach. Because not only we're not going to be heard this way, we're going to start a fight and we're going to invalidate each other and re-traumatize each other more and more and more. But the attempt, the intention maybe is good, maybe not in politics, but maybe in our personal lives, the intentions are good, but the result's not going to be that great. So How do we reverse that sense of loneliness? Listening to yourself, listening to your sensations. So if my stomach is upset right now, I'll communicate with my stomach, I'll listen to it, because this stomach is part of my body, part of the totality of who I am in this present moment, and it's trying to speak to me. Perhaps some old trauma are being restored in this part of my body, which is the solar plexus, right? It's your powerhouse. So if you have had narcissistic parents, when they were trying to steal your power, to control you, to shut you down, to shush you, to not hear you, to suffocate your voice, you're going to have a lot of problems with the throat chakra and the solar plexus. So it's very, very important to take that moment, to take a deep breath and out. And you need to do this several times in a day to sit down and practice this religiously. To sitting down and in quiet listening to your stomach, what your stomach has to tell you in this present moment, what your digestive system is trying to tell you, what has been so difficult for you to swallow and to digest. Who is putting their tentacles and cords into your stomach and sucking your power and life out of your body. And when I say who, I don't mean for you to be revengeful towards this person or people, because that never ever heals and works. You can write a letter to this person and rip it apart as, why did you do this to me? And this has left a scar, this wound inside my stomach. And when you get that out, when you vent through writing, or you can go to nature and scream it, or in your car, then comes the time to dive deep and allow full expression of your body, of your stomach. Sometimes visiting a therapist and a healer can help. Why? Because sometimes doing this work on your own is not possible. You need to feel safe enough first. Someone needs to hold that safety for you so you can dive deep. And you can go in, and when it gets too scary and uncomfortable, take a deep breath and you can come out of it. And then whenever it feels safe again, go back in a little bit. I'm here with you. Tap in your heart and in your stomach very gently. I'm here with you. I'm here to listen to you. Tell me whatever you want to tell me. I'm here. Express yourself. I'm here to listen. I love you. I love you. And I'm here to listen to you. To hold a space for you. here and now with you. And always, always be kind to yourself and gentle to yourself. Now I'll tell you about my experience today. When I left home, today I was feeling down a little bit, depressed, because I've had encounters with people that once in a while they come to my life to poke at me, to scratch my wounds, and then leave. They're just it's their narcissistic tendencies. Like when I'm just like about to live my life and just be there, they go like, oh, how dare she is, living on her own, fine without me. Let's just go and scratch her and irritate her and then leave. So I was a little bit ruffled by that. So I felt like I needed to get out. So I went for a nice walk at night. I went to a grocery shop. I didn't actually need anything, but I just went shopping just to get out of the house to see people. And then when I arrived at the shop and I wanted to grab this basket, the two baskets were just attached to one another. Like I couldn't detach the lower basket. So I picked up one and there were two attached together, and I was like, and I just dropped it and I just grabbed the other one. And the same thing with that. And I started like banging the basket to just separate. And I was, I guess, a little bit unaware of myself and how stressed I was at the moment. And this woman, this woman came to me. She was very beautiful, very calm, and she looked at me and she goes like, "I mean, seriously?" I don't know if she meant it towards me or towards how the baskets could just like being so intermingled and attached and together, glued together, literally. And she very calmly pulled the lower basket away from the top basket. And I just looked at her and I said, like, yeah, and I'm not in a good mood today. And then she smiled and she walked away. And immediately, my mood changed. I felt supported. I felt calm. My nervous system was just, oh, what happened there? I was seen. I was seen very deeply, actually. She came to me very gently. She was very respectful to my personal space. And she looked into my eyes, so I was seen. Not just when other people, she looked into my eyes like she was looking into my soul. So I really appreciated that. She saw me. She saw my frustration and she knew exactly what I needed. And she pulled the very, very small, very gentle act, but very powerful at the same time. So this is how we can see and support each other. Soft, gentle. We pay attention. We see. We care. And that's how we heal ourselves and we heal our human trauma, because we are all traumatized. So my prayers and my blessings and my appreciation towards this random woman, beautiful woman who came to me and made that beautiful gesture towards me. Blessings to all the beautiful souls, to all of you who are hurt, who are suffering. Life's not going to remain that way. Just keep going. Keep going. Be kind to yourself. And if you can, be kind to others, even be kind to strangers. Namaste, people. Again, your support is well appreciated. Have a beautiful night. And my goal is to upload as much video as I can. But then again, I don't want to push myself. Tonight, this video came about very naturally. I love you. I send blessings and gratitude to all of you. Namaste. And may our Creator bless you and bless me and bless us all. Wealth and prosperity be mine and be yours.